Uh, Thank you very much, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity just to introduce ABYA. Now, for those of you who are viewing us for the first time, my name is Paul Makolaka, co-founder and executive director of Africa Blockchain Youth Ambassadors, or ABYA. ABYA is a Pan-Africa initiative created to promote awareness, knowledge, skills, and application of blockchain, Web3, and cryptocurrency literacy and adoption through African university students. The reason why our focus is on the youth is informed by the fact that Africa's youth make a significant proportion of the population, but they are often left out of the formal economy and lack access to opportunities. This lack of access prevents them from thriving, resulting in high levels of unemployment and poverty, as well as social and political marginalization. And as a result, Africa cannot reach its full potential. The youth are the future leaders of the continent, and if given the opportunity, they have the potential to become change makers. By investing in Africa's youth with future-proof skills, networking opportunities, and other programs, we are not only empowering individuals, but also benefiting society as a whole. These young people have the potential to make a real difference in the world, and we are proud to be supporting them on their journey. Back to you, Dr. Julian. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. Very well articulated. I am your host. My name is Dr. Julian Rowe. I am the Director of Strategy and Quality Assurance at Africa Blockchain Youth Ambassadors, also known as ABYA. I consider myself a scholar practitioner. I enjoy aspects of bridging the gap between theory and practice. Just recently acquired my doctorate from the University of Liverpool. I enjoy very intense conversations, light and intense at the same time. And I consider myself a conversational intellectual, a big enthusiast of blockchain technology, and I'm also the Chief Executive Officer of Schedules Business and Management Consulting, an outfit that helps in the intervening in workplace-based problems. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we want to discuss a subject within blockchain that is very interesting, that I also consider very complex. But we are very blessed to have two very able people who will help us navigate through this conversation. We are talking about non-fungible tokens, also known as NFT, gaming, metaverse, and digital reality. On your right, you'll see a place saying comments on your screens. We would like you engaged or involved in this conversation. So if you have comments, reactions, or what have you, feel free to post them, and we will share them with our guests before the end of this session. I now want to take this opportunity to introduce, by way of reading a short bio, our two very able guests. I will start with the lady. As is the tradition in Africa, we always give the lady the front seat. Utpal, do you agree?
Yes, absolutely, doctor. Absolutely.
So let me talk about Marina Nadeva. Marina, where are you calling from?
I'm from Moscow.
Are you calling from Moscow right now?
Yes, I'm in Moscow right now. Here is
fantastic. So Marina has extensive experience founding and co-founding a number of organizations, including at Collecting Space NFT, at Collecting Info, and at Collecting Space. She has demonstrated a history of working in the public relations and communications industry with sought-after skills in art consulting, event management, private collections, marketing, and public relations. In addition, Marina is a strong program and project management professional who graduated from State Academy University in the School of Humanities. Welcome, Marina.
Thank you.
We also have Utpal Chakraborty. Now, I got that right this time, Utpal. Utpal, where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Mumbai, India.
Are you calling from Mumbai right now?
Yes.
Fantastic. Utpal, an eminent data scientist and AI researcher, strategist, and thought leader with more than 2 decades of industry experience, including as a principal architect in Larsen and Torbrew, L&T Infotech, IBM, Capgemini, and other MNCs, including heading the artificial intelligence division of Yes Bank. His recent research on machine learning, titled Layered Approximation for Deep Neural Networks, has been appreciated in different premier conferences, institutions, and universities. He has addressed 200 plus premier conferences on AI, machine learning, analytics, and RPA, including scientific conferences across the globe, as a keynote speaker. A TED speaker, Utpal has published 150 plus technical articles on AI, machine learning, and agile in many different premier publishing platforms like Indian Express, Times, APAC CIO Outlook, Swiss Cognitive, Elect BFSI, Global CXO, etc. worldwide. In addition, he has mentored 10 plus AI startups, premier tech colleges, and universities at different stages. That is quite a profile, Utpal. Welcome to the session.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Because we know you and you have told us about you before, we will dive immediately into the discussion. As I said, we are discussing non fungible tokens, gaming, metaverse, and digital reality. Utpal, I'll start with you. I've seen an article you put out, I think, a couple of days or weeks ago, the most recent one that's appearing on one of your walls. What is, in very, very summarized form, 2 minutes or so, what is artificial intelligence and machine learning?
Yes. So, by definition, artificial intelligence is we are trying to mimic the human brain into our
Yeah.
semiconductor in a programmatic manner. So that is artificial intelligence. But there are many definitions in Google.
Okay.
But artificial intelligence is again an umbrella term. So there are many other technologies that comes under artificial intelligence. One of those is NLP, natural language processing. The main subvertical is machine learning. Okay, and within machine learning, there is another subdivision called deep learning using neural networks. And also there are some other technologies which comes under this cognitive science called artificial intelligence. So now coming to machine learning is the main subvertical of artificial intelligence, wherein we try to teach machine with previous experiences in the form of data. Okay, we give data to the machine, and machine learns from that data, and then it can do predictions. Okay, so from past it learns, and it can do prediction for the future. So that is machine learning. So this is a very generic and very what you call high level definition, but there are huge number of definitions in Google, and I think audience is already aware of artificial intelligence is not new today. It is quite old now.
Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Let me stretch it a bit further. You also said in that article that every student must learn AI and ML. That's what you say. Why should every student learn AI and ML?
Absolutely. So, although today, if you see, like artificial intelligence, although it is invisible, okay, we cannot see artificial intelligence. The only opportunity to see artificial intelligence is probably when we see a chatbot or when we see a virtual assistant, okay, like Google Assistants or a Alexa or a Google Home. So this is the only opportunity wherein we can interact with a artificial intelligence program. But if you see today, I mean, our life is been complete. I mean, you can see everywhere there is artificial intelligence. So probably your smartphone is loaded with machine learning models, either running on the edge or it is running on the cloud. Okay, and in your Google search, your whatever movies you are watching, or in YouTube, everywhere artificial intelligence is there. But does that mean, as a layman, as a common man, I need to learn artificial intelligence? Answer is no. Answer is no. Okay, but if you are a student and if you want to start your career as a professional, whatever field it may be, whatever domain it may be, you should know at least the fundamental of artificial intelligence, because as a student, when you land into a job, may it be banking, may it be any other sector. Okay, so I think in the second day of your job, you will encounter situations wherein people will be talking in a language, okay, which is very strange to you if you don't know these terms, okay,
Yeah.
because now today if you look at all the board meetings, all the technical meetings, everywhere there are terminologies like machine learning, this model, that prediction, this analytics, everywhere it is there. So as a student, whatever may be the stream, okay, you should have the basic understanding of artificial intelligence. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for a student who is a budding what do you call a professional to survive in this industry. So that's what I've written in that article.
Oh, okay. Very, very inspiring and very, very elucidating. I'll come to you, Marina. Art collecting space NFT. What does it do? Art collecting space NFT. What does it do?
Art collection space is an NFT dApp on the Tezos blockchain. The users of our dApp can mint NFTs and sell NFTs here. After minting, we help artists to promote their NFTs in minted in our dApp. We share the artworks in our Twitter accounts. We have 5 Twitter accounts. In Instagram, we have 4 Instagram accounts with different topics. In Facebook, Discord, Telegram, etc. But the main function of this dApp is minting NFT.
Oh, okay, great. So, Marina, I'm going to ask you yet another question as a follow up to that. And thank you for giving us that definition of what you do. Fungible and non fungible tokens. When you're speaking to a layperson such as myself, and they want to understand what is meant by the word non fungible token and fungible token, what should we be thinking about? What's the difference between the two?
There is a little difference between fungible and non-fungible tokens. First of all, non-fungible token includes hash, IPFS hash of image or video or the other creation the author uploads on the blockchain. This IPFS hash is unique. It couldn't be repeated, and it is recorded on the blockchain. This is the main difference between fungible and non-fungible tokens. IPFS hash recording on the blockchain. The second difference is title and description of every image. Data fungible tokens can also include title and description and ID of each coin, because fungible tokens are coins, cryptocurrencies. Non-fungible tokens is the other kind of assets. They also include title. They also include description. They also include ID of each copy, but they also they have a unique hash of the image, but the other data is common.
Okay. Thank you very much. That is very well clarified. So I'll twist it a bit before I go back to Utpal. I'll ask you one more question in a space you're very familiar with. When we talk about gaming in blockchain, what do we mean?
Okay. Some creators launch NFT games. For these games, they create the special non-fungible tokens that they can share with the users. They do airdrops. They make special marketing campaigns to promote the games. NFT can be used as the local currency of blockchain game, but I should explain that our the specialization of our debt is not NFT. Games were focused on art and assets.
Okay. Okay. Very, 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 very helpful. Thank you for that, Marina. Now let's go to Utpal. Utpal, there's this new concept, and it may not be very new. Maybe I'm the one who's just come into contact with it. Metaverse. Metaverse. What is metaverse, Utpal?
Maybe I'll
Yeah.
share. I'll share my screen with you to
Okay.
show.
Just before you come, but just before you come and show the screen, let Utpal tell us what we should understand metaverse to mean, and then I'll give you a moment to share your screen. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Utpal, go first,
Okay.
then Marina comes second.
Sure. Thank you, doctor.
Utpal, over to you. Marina, just
Thank
wait.
you, doctor.
Let's do Utpal first.
So I think there are two definitions of metaverse. Okay, one is the bookish definition, and also I will tell you the practical definition of what is going to happen.
Yeah.
So bookish definition is definitely we are creating virtual universes. Okay, there could be one universe, so it is going to be multiple universes, of course, and in future there will be interoperability between among these universes. So with the help of technologies like AR, VR, okay, AI, and blockchain, we are creating a universe for ourselves wherein we can operate virtually from there. Okay, operate our business virtually from there. It is not only for entertainment. So I will also be highlighting the utility part of it. One is of course the experience, okay, because you can go there, you can have a immersive experience. Probably next time we will do this kind of a session. Dr. Julian and I will meet in metaverse, okay, and we'll be talking in the metaverse. So my avatar, okay, and your avatar will be talking there, and people will be listening. Probably their avatars will be sitting there, and they will be listening these sessions. So that is the definition of metaverse. That means we are building a universe wherein our virtual avatars can go there, and we can do whatever we are doing today in the physical world. So that is one part of it, and that is probably the experience part of it, right? But anything and everything, if it needs to be sustainable, there should be utility associated with the experience. Now when we talk about utility, so now anybody in this world can do any type of business in a very democratic manner in the metaverse. Okay, there is no limitation. Okay, what kind of business you want to do? It may be very small, it may be very big, it may be very, very medium, it may be from a remotest corner of the world. You can do any types of business in metaverse. Okay, and also what we are doing is basically we are giving back the power to the individual users. Okay, so by default, all the powers used to be there with us. Okay, but in between, what happened? All the powers has gone to some big companies, so they are controlling us. They are controlling our behavior. They are controlling our data. They are doing everything for us, right? So, but now we want to take back that liberty, and as a community, will be governing that universe. Okay, the rules and the policies of the universe will be governed by us. Nobody can what do you call ban me in Facebook or Twitter, right? As long as my community tells that yes, Utpal, you should be there in the Twitter, or you should be there in the Facebook, right? I will be owning my data. Okay, and that too, if I give a permission to somebody, then only they will be able to use my data. So
Okay.
this is going to be the universe. This is an amazing thing. Of course, we are in a very primitive stage at this point of time, but from the business side also, okay, world is going to be different. So Dr. Julian, probably tomorrow you and me will be opening our new business there in the metaverse, okay, and we'll get all the opportunities to get our customers from across the globe, okay, and nobody can stop us from doing that. That's the
But,
definition of metaverse.
but tell me, Utpal, what am I missing in the physical world that will make me want to go to the metaverse? This other universe that is being created. What is this added value that should make me go to metaverse?
Yes, so that's where the utility comes into picture. So,
Okay, okay.
so that utility angle. So now you can say today, if I can do all my banking transactions in my mobile banking or in my net banking, what is the use of going to a bank branch in metaverse and do those transactions?
Yeah.
I can do anything and everything here itself, right?
Okay.
But the world is changing, the perception is changing. Probably the technology that you see today, it is still evolving, okay, but tomorrow you would love to do all kind of transaction. You love to buy a new things, okay, you love to go for shopping in the metaverse, because the experience will be completely different. It will be an immersive experience. So we'll have to wait till that time, because at this stage probably it is not a very what do you call lucrative place to go there and do a banking transactions in a bank branch, until and unless you want to just to experience what is metaverse there. But just think of another 5 years, okay, you would love to go to metaverse to do anything, right? So that's what the utility is going to come.
Interesting. Interesting. I'd like a reaction from Paul for a minute before I go back to Marina. Paul, this is a question
Yeah,
to you.
yes.
Are we not
Dr.
changing?
Julian,
Are we not changing the world order? Are we not changing the world
now,
order? And is that
as
good for
as
Is that good for humanity?
as Utpal just said, the metaverse is a very interesting concept. Just imagine a scenario whereby, for example, I'm a shopper, and let's say, like in the physical world, if I want to, let's say, shop at Amazon, and myself, I'm based in Kenya, and I'm shopping for a product that probably it's in the, it's, I can only see it virtually, but I cannot experience it. Imagine now a situation whereby, as a shopper, I can actually wear the shirt and see how well it fits on me. So those are the kind of experiences that the metaverse is bringing us. Yeah. So that, for example, imagine a situation whereby, uh, let's say, like for an auto making company, I want to buy a car. Yeah. And because of my geographic location, or because of other limitations, metaverse now gives me an opportunity whereby I could actually, test a car virtually and feel that experience as if it's in the real world. You know what that can do is that, the kind of, just imagine the kind of motivation it could have on me, the kind of effect it could have on me. So that with that experience, I would actually now want to have that physical experience. I hope that makes sense, Dr. Julian.
That makes sense, and I can see you're very aligned with Utpal. I think I need to move very quickly to start appreciating this new space. I am learning so much. So, Utpal, our next meeting should be at Metaverse.
Absolutely.
You've just agreed. Okay, Marina, you wanted to show us something. Hopefully, that will take a very short time. So, I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes to show us what you wanted to show us.
Okay, I'll show you the Metaverse. Так, just a minute. Sharing the screen.
It's all right. Take your time.
Так. Так. Strange. Okay. So, yes. For example, this is our project in spatial called Yellow City. It's uploading. We use metaverses for fun. The place where can our community members can meet each other, can enjoy NFTs and spend the free time. The metaverse is uploading, but you can join the platform Spatial. It's one of the leading metaverse platforms where you can create your own spaces and to communicate. Oh, yes. Just uploaded some moments. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, here is the city we built in Metaverse. Oi. It's not easy to show it.
It's okay, we can follow.
Yes, this is a digital sculpture, NFT. We sell this NFT. Now platform. Here we can put the link. It's in progress. And we can walk through the city. We can enjoy different spaces we created. This is our own production that we just started. Our own objects. And the objects of the artists minted their NFTs in our DApp. So here is the view of our metaverse city. Here you can communicate, you can meet the other people, you can enjoy the special effects. So I am closing the access to the video. You told me that there is only 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
that is scary. Utpal, that is scary.
That is how metaverse looks like. It's,
but very, very, very interesting. Thank you so much for bringing that to life for us, Marina. Utpal, that's exactly what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is so interesting. Paul, did you find that useful?
Yes, I did.
You did, yeah? Okay. Yeah. As we move on to the next segment of our conversation, Paul, I'd like to invite you to talk a bit about our sponsorship, and then we can move forward. Paul, over to you.
Enterprise blockchains have limitless potential, but privacy is a major challenge. How can businesses secure their private transactions on a public network, especially when enterprise blockchains have been closed, unaudited, centralized? Introducing Polygon Nightfall, designed for the needs of enterprises. Nightfall uses a hybrid approach to scaling to give enterprises an option that was considered impossible. ZK rollups keep transactions private on a public network. Optimistic rollups offer efficient, scalable transactions. Secured by Ethereum, Nightfall means trust, transparency, and credibility. Aiming to disrupt the $50 trillion global supply chain industry, Polygon Nightfall unlocks the true potential of enterprise blockchains and empowers businesses to connect and scale in powerful new ways. Polygon Nightfall. Mainnet Beta is now live.
Now, Polygon is a layer 2 blockchain that aims to help Ethereum with its scalability. By acting as a layer 2 protocol, Polygon doesn't aim to duplicate Ethereum's functionality. Instead, it helps improve transaction speeds and lower cost for developers. Polygon is one of our partners who believe in what ABYA is doing to empower university students in Africa. Back to you, Dr. Julian. Back to you, Dr. Julian.
I think some network issue with Dr. Julian.
Yes.
Seems.
Thank you,
And now
Paul. I
he's
can
back.
proceed?
Yes, you can proceed, Dr. Julian.
Okay. Utpal, allow me to indulge you again on this one. We've spoken about Metaverse and you've done such a good job deconstructing that. And I'm glad that Marina had an illustration for all of us. So it brought it to life. But there's this other thing again that confuses most of us. We've already spoken about Metaverse, then we are still talking about digital reality. So again, help us understand what is digital reality and where is the connection, if any, with all these other things that we've discussed already?
Yes, so many of these things, Dr. Julian, are now used interchangeably.
Interchangeably, okay. Yeah.
Exactly. So, so what is digital reality? What is Metaverse? What is Web 3.0? How it is helping? So it is still a bit of a confusion for many of this and many of us, but still I will try to make it as simple as possible. So, now we are thinking of building a virtual universe wherein we can do whatever we are doing in the physical world. Okay, so anything and everything. It is not only on the experience side, not only just whatever we do for leisure, but also the business part of it, because that is very, very important. And I will be talking about business more rather than all other things, right? So now, how we can bring that reality into that virtual world or digital world. So that's where it comes. Like if you actually are getting benefited out of going to a virtual world, then only that reality comes into a picture. So that's what we are trying to build slowly and gradually. Of course, the technologies needs to evolve. Okay, because still there are technologies. Because if you go to a metaverse, whatever Marina has just shown us, if you look at the visuals, okay, so visuals are not yet developed to a extent wherein we can relate it with the real world, right? But it is not far away, right? Because you can see now in many of the games today, right? So you can talk about the gaming engines like Unity or Unreal, okay, wherein basically we are creating all those 3D objects for the metaverse. Okay, it can give you actually a very, very, very high-end visual. Okay, wherein you will feel like it is almost like real world. Okay, but for that you need to invest a lot of time and money, because developers need to invest a lot of time to bring that kind of a visual. So that's the reason. So visual that you see today normally in the metaverse is not of that high end. But what we can see is probably Meta, the Facebook, it is going to set that benchmark, because whatever they are going to bring in, I think that is going to be a benchmark for the industry, that in the metaverse, or if you are building that kind of a virtual universe, that this is the kind of visual effects, this is the kind of immersive experience, okay, that people will be looking for. So that's what is basically the total, what do you call, I mean, altogether, everything that's come together. In fact, many of the concepts are so confusing that even I am also learning today. I think Dr. Julian, we have lost Dr. Julian for some time for his connection.
Just adding him again.
Yeah, so he's coming back. Yes.
Yes, sorry.
I don't know what happened, and I'm very sorry about that.
It's all right. It's all right,
Yeah,
Dr. Julian.
Yeah. So I just completed my answer, Dr. Julian, in a very a crisp way.
Okay, thank you. I know I'll follow it through when I watch the video much later. But now, help us now inject this other thing for us in that definition around digital reality. We also now have EI, ML, which you spoke to about earlier, and then there's the Internet of Things. How do all those coalesce around the digital reality that we speak about today? Are they different, or are they common components?
So first of all, we are living in a what do you call? We are living in a era, okay, which is like it is a technological revolution. Actually, we are living in a very good time, right? You can say it's a golden era of technological revolution. Right? And if you go back to any golden era, it has been attributed not only by one technology or one factor, it has always been attributed by multiple factors.
Okay.
So multiple factors come together, okay, to bring that golden era or the revolution, right? So here now, if we talk about IoT is one part, because if you want to experience that immersive experience in a virtual world, you need something to wear, right? And that is nothing but bundled with a lot of IoT devices. Right?
Okay.
So that is IoT. So you will have that the sensory effect, okay, either wearing that headset, Oculus, or wearing a jacket, okay, to give you that kind of a sensory effect. Oh, so probably you are playing boxing there, okay, in the metaverse, okay, and if you want to have the actual effect of boxing, then you need to wear a jacket, okay.
Yeah.
So even a slightest impact there, it will give you a sensory effect like this. So that's where the IoT comes into picture, because somehow you will have to connect with that virtual world, okay, from this physical world. So that's where IoT comes into picture. Of course, other internet connection, 5G and all those things comes into play.
Okay.
Now, as you said, like AI and all, so AI is actually inbuilt in Web 3.0. I think just defining what is Web 3.0. So we have got Web 1.0, which was mainly read-only. So we used to only read things. There is no write access. So now then Web 2.0 came. In the Web 2.0, we have got both the read and write access. So we can read and also we can upload our content. So in social media, today we are generating the content. In YouTube, we are generating the content. So that is Web 2.0. Now we know Web 3.0. So now we have got that immersive experience. We can be part of that experience, right? And here, basically, AI is inbuilt because, AI will be everywhere there, AI ML, correct? So that is there. And of course, this AR, VR, and all other things comes into picture. But the most important thing, okay, and that's where I think you guys are into, is the blockchain, right? Without blockchain, a virtual environment like Metaverse is not possible, because blockchain will bring that trust in that, because we are in a community. The community decides everything. Okay, there is no governing body, right? We are doing transactions within the community, across the community. That's what I said in my past this thing. There will be interoperability between the metaverses. So their blockchain plays another role. So just to sum up, it is not one technology, but it is blend of technologies coming together to bring this amazing world probably tomorrow.
Oh, very well put. Very well. And thank you for that clarification, Utpal. Marina, I still want to ask you a bit more about Web3 that Utpal has already mentioned, its attributes, its characters that are different from Web2. What is your view on the question of Web3? What else has it added to us? What other possibilities should we expect with Web3?
Okay, Web3, this is, in my opinion, new digital world with new technologies for e-commerce, for presentations, for digital learning, and the other businesses. You connect with different platforms with your own crypto ID. You travel through the different spaces integrated with each other with API. You buy and sell different digital goods using proof of work and or proof of stake protocols. You create your own projects using your ID, DeFi projects, crypto wallets, NFT platforms, etc., etc., etc. All you need is your own unique crypto address that you use like your digital signature in different digital worlds. So did you try to use any digital signatures in business?
Not yet, but I'm learning. Paul is teaching me that.
Okay, so we use digital signatures to send documents for our business partners, for tax, etc., etc., etc. But in the crypto world, we use our unique ID in any blockchain to contact with the other creators, business owners with DeFi protocols in DAO, decentralized autonomic organization. For example, I can meet somewhere in Discord business partner. I know only his nick. I don't know who is he. I didn't see his passport, but I know his ID. We can create our business project together and connect our crypto wallets in DAO. So organization is ready. I see the code of this organization. He sees this code, and we get our fees using special DeFi protocol. This is a very comfortable solution, especially in the conditions when we work in different jurisdictions. For example, I work in Estonia. My partner works in Dubai. The other partner works in USA. We are connected in DAO, and we don't need work together on papers. In only in one jurisdictions, everybody make his own report.
Okay. Very, very well put. Thank you so much, Marina. So I'll ask you a question that changes the thinking a little. What is the risk? What is the risk? This is to Marina. What is the risk of NFT, non-fungible tokens? Is there any risk dealing with non-fungible tokens?
Yes, I think there can be AML risks if somebody buys NFTs for uh, 1 million, 2 million dollars. If regulators see these transactions, they will have questions for you, I suppose. But at the moment, we haven't any problems because NFTs in our dep are cheap, and we don't have $1 million transactions, so we sell
Okay.
art.
Okay, very, very interesting. And Utpal, I'll ask you the same question, but in relation to metaverse and digital reality, what do you scope as the risk? I don't know whether you've done that already, whether you've scoped and said these are the risks we see in the development of this new phenomenon. So, Utpal, what risks should we be aware of in metaverse and digital reality?
Okay, so the first risk is it is a uh, censorship resistant system. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and
Mhm.
when we say censorship resistant system, that means the censorship will be defined by the community.
Uh-huh.
So, if community probably permits, okay, something which is today it is not permitted somewhere, okay, then it will be allowed there. So that is the
Mhm.
biggest risk, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
community decides what should be there in the metaverse, what should not be there. So in this case, there could be scenarios because most of the, if you look at, because these are coming from the gaming, right? So
Yeah.
gaming world has already adopted it, and now we are adopting it.
Yeah.
And if you look at the gaming world, it has been dominated by the teenagers, right? So all people from the age of 8 to 15 maximum are the main audience for gaming and metaverse today. Okay, so they buy NFT. Okay, so NFT concept was there for long in the gaming. Okay, so I have been also a gamer at some point of time, so I know that. So now, when there are teenagers, okay, and it is a community of probably teenagers, who is going to decide what content that metaverse should have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you and me will not be able to decide. It is the community that is
Yeah.
going to decide, right?
Okay.
Now, second thing, if some scam happens in the metaverse, who is the legislative
Yeah. Yeah.
authority, okay, who is actually going to resolve that?
Mhm.
Okay, do that. Okay, so these are some of the questions that is already there. The technology itself is secure because it is in blockchain, it is transparent, it is secure, fine. But it is when we deal with human, it is not only technology, there are many other aspects. Sometimes it goes beyond the scope of the technology, right? It goes to the scope of the society or probably scope of a nation. Okay, at that point of time, how we are going to deal with that, right? So these are some of the very, very what you call burning issues that need to be addressed. And definitely, I'm what I'm saying is, it is not like that we cannot address this. We can address this, but the shape and form, the metaverse is growing today. I think these things need to be discussed, and we should come up with a model, okay, wherein we can prove that yes, metaverse is very, very good for us, but at the
Yeah.
same time, how we can mitigate this kind of risks, okay, in a what do you call uncontrolled community-based environment, right? So I think that is the biggest risk.
Very, very interesting. And I still want to bring another spin to this, Utpal. In person engagement is becoming more and more diminished. With every new advancement in technology, we are seeing less in person engagement. My question to you is there a risk of our wiring as human beings being distorted by this? Is there a risk of our wiring as human beings being distorted? And if the answer is yes, what are your thoughts?
Absolutely, because in a day, we have got only 24 hours,
Yeah.
right? In 24 hours, 8 to 9 hours, we are working for our living, doing a job that is also virtually, mostly today, right? Because now it has been already adopted that we can work from home or work from any place. We need not have to physically be there. Majority of our time is already going into our smartphone, into different social media, this, that, and all those things, right? And the metaverse is also coming. Other digital engagements are increasing, physical engagements are decreasing. We have got only 24 hours time in a day, right? So definitely it is going to be a risk. The more and more time we spend on the digital world, definitely we are getting the personal connection that we are saying, the human to human connections are getting diminished, right? So that is definitely a risk, and I agree with you. But it's not like that there is no solution.
Yeah.
There will be some solution to that also. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Marina, my second last question to you for the evening. Gaming and making money. Now you can game from the comfort of your living room, have fun, and make money. How does that work?
Okay, gaming is not my specialization, so I can speak about NFTs and metaverses. We create metaverse project for our community members just for fun. They spend in metaverses the free time. They communicate with each other. They enjoy art. They enjoy traveling in VR in our cities. While traveling in VR in the metaverse space, they can attract their mind on digital fashion objects, art objects, maybe digital automobiles, etc., etc., and they can purchase these objects. This is some kind of product placement, but the main purpose of creating metaverse is community development. We like when our community members have fun, when they communicate with each other, when they invite the other community members in our chats and in our metaverses. We do everything to make our spaces, both social media communities in Discord and Telegram, and metaverse spaces comfortable and interesting for the users. If we have good community, we have good sales.
Okay. Okay. Very, very, very well put. And thank you very much. My second last question to you, Utpal, and then we'll do the normal summary that we do. I'm looking at where the world is headed. And I'm thinking in another 10, 20 years, this life as we know it will not be the same. I just wanted to know from you, from where you sit, to what extent has the space of metaverse, digital reality, non-fungible tokens, to what extent has that been developed or deployed in the world today? And in your own estimation, where do you expect that significant changeover to happen?
Okay. So today, it is the concepts are very much there. Why I say concept? For me, probably it's a concept, but for many people, it is still a reality. So people are
It's a
already
reality,
doing.
yeah.
So probably Marina, she's already operating from there. But for me, I'm not still there. Okay, I have experienced that, but I don't operate on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
But the adoption is increasing in a very rapid manner. It is increasing in a very rapid manner. So you see in the NFT world, Okay, there are many places where you can create your NFT, you can buy NFT, you can sell NFT, you can put your NFT for auction. So it is already there. And the good part of NFT is, see, I'm a fan of NFT, by the way. Okay, because NFT is probably the things, okay, which we didn't care till now,
Yeah.
could could be could be the biggest asset in your life tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
so a painting, okay, lying on your drawing room or somewhere else,
Yeah.
okay, probably you've never cared about that. Now you can convert into a digital picture, and probably this is a unique thing, and you can earn billions of dollars. I don't know, I mean, what is going to be the things. So NFT gives opportunity to the users to monetize their work, monetize their assets, monetize everything. It could
Oh,
be a jingle,
uh-huh.
it could be a poem,
Yeah.
it could be some motivational quote,
Yeah.
okay, it could be a joke. Anything and everything in this world, you
Wow.
convert it into digital format, and you can make a NFT, and you can actually get the ownership of it, and you can earn from that. So that is the beauty. Things are happening in that way. So definitely it is not that far. I would not say even 10 years. I would
Uh-huh.
say somewhere between 3 to 5 years, or
Uh-huh.
max 6 7 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this metaverse, NFT, digital currency, digital assets is going to be everywhere today, everywhere in few days. So that's what I can see.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming towards the end of our session today. This has been very loaded. I've picked up a lot of valuable lessons from Utpal and Marina today. They have so ably deconstructed this topic. We were discussing non fungible tokens, gaming, metaverse, and digital reality. And this is the point where I ask my good friends who are our guests, those of us who want to learn more about these concepts that we have just discussed today, or the reality as Utpal puts it, where can you direct us to? So I'll start with Utpal. Where do we go to learn more about what you've shared with us today?
Yes, so as there are multiple technologies, so definitely there are multiple places to learn. One thing that I have seen is basically most of these technologies are revolving around JavaScript.
Mhm.
Okay, because you can create the front end with JavaScript. So there are many variants of JavaScript. It could be React.js, it could be Node.js. So I mean, there are many kind of things. Even the Solidity. Okay, the Solidity is nothing but it is a kind of JavaScript, right, for building your smart contracts and connecting these smart contracts with your front end. You have got JavaScript. So that is one technology which is very hot, and it is going to be hotter tomorrow. Then
Okay.
comes the 3D space, okay, the design space, building 3D objects, okay, working all the things with the 3D. Okay, so that 3D designers designing is an area which is very hot today. Now, to give that immersive experience into that 3D, you require gaming, the
Mhm.
programming for gaming. So you have got some popular tools like Unity, Unreal kind of things. So in Unity, you require C Sharp to do programming. In Unreal, you require C++ to do programming. Okay, and many of the things are drag and drop kind of thing. So I see that everything, to learn this, everything is there in the internet. There are many courses. There are many these things, but you require a very systematic approach to learn this, right? Because otherwise, there are chances that you go into the Google and you get lost. Okay, so definitely you should have a learning path. You should have a plan and a
Uh-huh.
systematic approach to learn
Uh,
that. Okay, I will not take the name of any online courses or something like, but there are many. I think most of our viewers already knows that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Utpal. Marina, where can we go to learn what you know?
Excuse me?
Where can we go to learn what you know? How can we learn what you know?
Okay. To learn what I know, I think you should travel in metaverses, in Decentraland, in spatial. Try to create your own metaverse just in your free time. Spend your free time creating your own metaverse space. It will be interesting. While creating this space, you will learn. After that, you can mint your own NFT on our platform or somewhere else, and to put this NFT in metaverse, so your metaverse project is ready. You can use templates available in spatial Discord or 3D models platforms, or you can create your own architecture in AutoCAD, in Blender, or even in 3D Paint program. It's easy to use, but I think you will have great fun while creating this metaverse. You, your students, many others. This is a very interesting way to spend free time. After you create your own metaverse project, you can share it with your subscribers, with your community members. You can invite them to chat in metaverse. So this will be a first metaverse party, for example.
Thank you very much, Paul. I don't think it could have been more special than that. This is a virgin area of academics sharing or knowledge transfer. And I think Utpal and Marina, not I think, I trust Utpal and Marina have done such a brilliant job. We're getting such beautiful messages on the comment section about the performance of our two very able panelists. From me, Utpal, I say a big thank you with a lot of humility. I know you're a busy man, but you find time to honor our invite. Marina, a big, big, big thank you to you as well for being so gracious as to be with us every time we ask you to. Paul, I have nothing else to add than to pass back the mic to you to conclude the session of the day. From me, Utpal, Marina, thank you very much. Paul,
Thank
over
you.
to you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much,
thank you very much.
Dr.
Thank you.
Julian.
Paul, over to
Thank you so much.
you. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Julian has already said it all, but I'd just like to add that, to our two guest speakers today, thank you very much for honoring our invitation to be with us this evening out of your very busy schedules. And of course, I will not forget our viewers who have been part of this session. We really appreciate you, and we look forward to more of such engagements, so that we can all learn about these different new concepts that are just emerging. And we believe that through this, all of us will become better and will be more informed about this concept, and we will not be left behind. Thank you so much, everyone. Shalom. Until next time we meet again. May you all have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Utpal.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Marina.
Bye-bye, Julian.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Bye.